Well, it's a common problem, but one most of us don't want to talk about, especially on television. Well, today, registered dietitian and chef Michelle Dudash is here to share some constipation myths. Welcome to Sonoran Living. Welcome back. You're here all the time.
Great to see you. Always a pleasure.
Now, whose idea was this topic, by the way? Do people always ask this of you?
It is. I hear a lot of myths about going around about constipation, so I thought, you know what, it's time to dispel those myths.
Okay.
The first one we have is people thinking, you know what, I'm too embarrassed to talk about my doctor about constipation, so it's not a big deal, I'm just going to ignore it. Well, the truth is, constipation affects more than 4 million Americans frequently.
I bet it affects everybody.
From, about half of us at one point or another, but probably even more. And then that's about 2.5 million doctor visits per year. The other thing is it can be the result of a more serious issue. So you don't want to ignore it. If you haven't had a bowel movement for 2 weeks, it's time to go to the doctor.
Okay, I would think so, definitely. Yeah. Now, what do you have over here?
Okay.
Is this a cure for it?
Well, the second myth is some people think, well, detox diets, colonics are necessary for good digestive health. The truth is, there's no scientific evidence showing that those work. Now, healthy diet, drinking enough fluids, exercising regularly can certainly, will help you cleanse naturally, but sometimes we do need a little extra help, and that's why here I would recommend Senecot tablets.
Okay.
These contain a natural vegetable laxative ingredient that can aid in gentle overnight relief from occasional constipation. So for more tips, healthy recipes, like for these yummy muffins here, you can go to getconstipationrelief.com.
Now, at what point would you try the Senecot? After 2 days, 3 days?
I think it just depends what's regular for you. Some people are, things are moving every day. Some people it's every other day. So whatever is out of the normal for you, that could be the time to.
And I guess the key word there is you said it's gentle. So
yes, gentle overnight.
Natural.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So the next thing, people think, well, I'm constipated, the more fiber I eat, the more it'll help. But it's not always the case. It's a certain kind of fiber called insoluble fiber that can help. That's what really, hones in on the constipation.
Now, I would think I'm going to eat prunes and I'm going to eat bran cereal, and that would help.
Those are good, yes. So the bran cereal that we have here in these muffins, these yogurt blueberry muffins, has the insoluble fiber. Apple skins, potato skins, beans and legumes, and you guessed it right with those almonds.
Now, every day, you think we should be eating a lot of this stuff to help? Or?
Absolutely. Okay. Every day we want to aim for 2.5 cups of vegetables and 2 cups of fruit. So if you have the problems down there, I would keep these foods in the
Exactly.
regimen.
That's a good point. And then,
absolutely.
So which myth was that?
That was number 3. So the fourth myth we're looking at is, people think, well, I have constipation. If I eat more fiber, I'll be fine. It's not just about our diet. So that's why I'm showing these medications here, because there's over 150 medications that can cause constipation, erratic sleep schedules, not getting enough sleep, vacations, those can all disturb
vacation
regularity.
Without getting into too much information. Vacations for me?
Yeah. I know.
Like my body knows that I'm not in my own house.
I know. That is so true.
Come on. Really?
Yes. Absolutely. I'll admit. I'm not embarrassed.
Good. You shouldn't be. Because 4 million
Americans
suffer from this.
I know. So, so medications, those other issues. And then the final myth is people think, well, I'm supposed to be eating healthier to avoid the constipation, so the coffee's got to go. Well, a coffee contains caffeine, which is actually a stimulant, which has laxative effects, So if you're doing okay with that and you're drinking a moderate amount, maybe 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day, there's really not a reason to go cold turkey. So the good news, you don't have to give up that lovely cup of joe.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut. There's so much I want to say right now, but I just can't go there. So a lot of the moms, we give our babies the prunes, the prune juice, the apple juice.
Yes. Prunes actually, it's not just the soluble fiber in prunes. They contain naturally sorbitol, which is a sugar alcohol naturally, and that also helps keep things going. Apple juice is another thing that for sometimes the doctor will recommend for your baby to.
Here's my mom's cure. Mom, I'm throwing this out there to you. Cabbage soup. Cabbage stew.
Okay.
Cabbage, right? That's a good one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, cabbage is good overall. So,
well, it works for the Barnes family.
There you go. Hey, if it works for you, and there's a lot of other vegetables in there too. I'm sure there's insoluble fiber. The insoluble fiber.
There you go.
So that's going to probably help get things going.
Thank you, Michelle.
My pleasure.
So many things I could have said, but I didn't. I was trying to be very professional. Thank you, Michelle.